Good everyone, so Corey here. Just thought I'd chuck up a bit of a quick vid. It's been a long overdue thing, especially with my vlog. I've just realised it's been about a year since I last posted. So yeah, the reason I've done this page is obviously I'm going through the gastric sleeve surgery. Now this was originally scheduled for June last year, so June 2nd last year, but due to a string of circumstances with work and personal life, that didn't happen. So it's just kind of been pushed out. But in January, we finalised the surgery date for the 20th of March, which is 3 weeks today. And in saying that, as per the title of this blog, pre-op diet starts today. So I've got a 3-week pre-op diet. Which is pretty much just shakes, leafy greens, sugar-free jellies, no dairy, no meat, just black coffees or black teas or a lot of water. Now the purpose of the pre-op diet, a lot of people think it's just to lose weight, which before the diet, which is in a way an after effect of obviously doing this, but the main reason is to shrink the liver, because I guess where they are going to be going in to do the surgery, the liver is pretty much right on the stomach. So to shrink the liver by 20%, I think 20-25%, it just potentially lessens any complications when they're in there, sort of removing up to 60% of the stomach. So that's the whole point of the pre-op diet. This is something that's been on my mind, on my head, in my life for the last 12, 13, 14 months. So it's kind of a chapter that hasn't yet finished, and I need to close it so I can start moving on with my life. What I've thought about doing is I've just written down how my each day is going to go. I know I need to do 3 shakes a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I can do a little protein snack for snacks. So you need, like I mentioned earlier, sugar-free jellies or any protein bars, like your isogenics bars and things like that. Any of the meals, I can have a salad. And for the dressings, just some fat-free salad dressings and stuff like that. So that's kind of the expectation. So I kind of know that's what I need to do. And being day 1 today, I'm halfway through the day. I'm a little bit hungry. I've had my 2 shakes, had a little wee protein ball. Probably going to have like just a veggie stir fry tonight, just done in coconut oil and just some like soy sauce. I can have soy sauce and herbs and spices. I can do all that. So there's ways I can make it taste half decent. So I weighed myself this morning, so I'm sitting at 207 kilos or 207.4, which is probably a little bit more than what I weighed when I went for my first consultation. I think I was just sitting on 200 kilos. So over the last year, again, I put on another 7 kilos. Secondly, so I've got 4 sort of points. My goals for 2018. A big one is obviously my health, my weight. And obviously the name of the blog, 100, 100 and 100. So basically that's me putting a goal to lose 100 kilos in 100 weeks. So realistically that's going to start obviously when my surgery is completed, which is in 3 weeks. That's when I'm going to start ticking the timer and seeing how we go. It's, a kilo a week, which I think is sustainable by any means. But at the same time I've got to train my mind and train my body to just adapt to the minimal food that I'm going to be eating, which I've heard that the mind takes a little bit longer to catch up to the body, so with these types of surgeries, drastic weight loss isn't uncommon in the first few months, but your mind is still sitting in that fat mode where you look in the mirror and you're still seeing the pre-surgery person that you were. I've had to really just read up and talk to other people, which I do. I reach out to a lot of people that have had this type of surgery and I've chatted with them, and So this isn't something that's just me flying in on a whim and um, not thought out at all. It's for the better part of 13 months. It's always been on my mind. Another one of my goals, which has nothing to do with weight loss, is my music, which is uh, just just a massive part of my life. So um, music has always been a big part. It's especially with my family. Also me and Dad. Dad pretty much taught me how to play the guitar. So I've kind of, like any kid, they want to be like their father. So I guess, or any son, I guess, in some respects. Um, so I've always, anytime Dad went for jams, anytime he had band practices, anytime he would just practice when no one's around, I was always there. I was always just soaking in the music, and that kind of was a platform for me to start playing and enjoying music, and that's important to me. That's anyone that knows me knows that's a huge thing for me. So I've taken a step back of actually playing in bands. Again, those that have known you, I've sort of, since I've been in Aussie, I've been playing in reggae bands and stuff like that. So I've taken a real big step back from live music, and just because one, that was taken up a fair amount of time for me, where it was taken away of my number one goal, which is my health. So I needed to have time set aside for that, as well as my family. So family's a big thing. When you are obese, I'll say the big O word, it's a very crippling disease, and I'll call it a disease because that's exactly what it is. And I've noticed this more so over the last 18 months, where as I'm getting older, my body doesn't regenerate as good as it used to, like when I was in my 30s. So once I hit the 40s, yeah, all the ailments I started really feeling them. So that's when I knew I've got to look after myself. I've abused my body for the better part of my adult life, which is 20 odd years. And it's just time to look after myself. It's no fun not being able to be mobile. It's no fun coming home and just sitting on the couch because you're just too tired, or you tend to be a lot more hotter, get a lot more hotter, in circumstances, you just sweat, and it's just a horrible feeling. So, and when you're hot and you're bothered, you're just lethargic. It's just part and parcel with this disease. So that's the reason I stepped back from music, more so from my life run, because the amount of times I'd go to rehearsals and the times of gigs and things like that, it took away time from what I really needed to focus on, which was my health and family. So that's for 2018. 2019 is another year. Now this is one that has kind of surprised me, but I've seen this come up quite a bit actually. People hiding the fact that they have or are going through bariatric surgery. I certainly don't plaster it all over my Facebook. I've set up the separate page just for my blog, so if anyone wants to know about it, that's where I'm containing it. I don't really talk about it on my personal page. And then I thought about it. I had someone just add me from the business that I'm going through, Weight Loss Surgery Australia, WLSA. There's kind of a secret Facebook page or group where the clients can go in and talk and support each other, etc. So someone added me from there, which I found out later on they went to the same high school together, and she kind of knew me by name, which is still weird because Soz, I still don't know who you are, but yeah. And then she messaged me one day and just said, "Oh look, I'm going to delete you. Just please don't post anything about my surgery on my Facebook or anything." I said, "Well, no, I don't really go out of my way to post anything on anyone's walls unless I have a purpose." So, and then she deleted me because she wanted to eliminate the risk that I might post something about her surgery on her wall, which just surprised me. So a few people that I know of are similar. They just hide the fact. I don't know whether it's a shame thing, whether they think what society, and I know society thinks it's kind of cheating. Not all of society, but there is that stigma where if you go through this type of surgery to manage your weight, then it's kind of cheating. You can't do it the old-fashioned way by just watching your food and training. which is couldn't be further from the truth. You know, I know a lot of people that have struggled post-surgery and they've had to literally change a lifetime's worth of bad habits to accommodate for this new lease of life, so to speak. So, alright, and someone just decides to vacuum out in the corridor. Yeah, good on you, mate. Another thing that had me puzzled, but I saw a pattern with it, where people have actually asked me or have brought up or questioned whether I'm going to be the same person post-surgery, which I found really interesting because I've never thought of myself being anyone else other than me, even after the surgery. And one person at work told me, and said, oh, you're probably going to be an arrogant prick and just change because you're going to lose all this weight and you're going to have this confidence. And I just kind of laughed it off. I said, oh yeah, whatever, sweet as. And then another person told me the same thing, and then another person said the same thing, similar. And it got me thinking, I said, is this what really people think? What people that go through these surgeries, like they're going to change? Today, I can't predict what I'm going to be like in the future. I don't know if the surgery is going to change me. Certainly, that's not my end goal. That's not what the prize is for me. The end goal for the surgery is to lengthen my lifespan, for starters, have a more productive life as far as no restrictions physically and what I want to do. So, and a perfect example of that is I've only done office work since I've been here in Australia, which is 12 years, just for the fact because I can't physically do any labouring jobs. You know, I'd love to be outside and be doing the more hands-on stuff, but the fact that I can work in an office in an aircon, and sit down for 8 hours a day, that suits me for the type of person that I am now, you know, and it's kind of counterproductive because I'm kind of stagnant. I'm not doing anything, and it's had a real counterproductive effect on me, where I'm sitting 8 hours a day and then I'll get home and I'll sit down. It's just, yeah. Anyone that's known me for any real length of period of time kind of will see a consistency that I am now who I was 5, 10, 15 years ago. I don't know how losing weight is going to change that. Once upon a time, I was smaller and still a dick. So, so I don't know. Yeah, it's something that's just puzzled me. So, so that's where I'm at. So my actual surgery is in 3 weeks as of today. I'm going to be in the hospital for 2 days. So the actual procedure itself, I think, may only take an hour or two. I'm not 100% sure. I'm yet to get those details. But I should be up and walking around within a couple of days, I think. That's from what I've read. And then I'll be on a couple of weeks of just liquid again. So 3 weeks pre-op diet, which is pretty much liquid. 2 weeks post-op is going to be liquid as well, but that'll be just fully liquid, so I'm not allowed any solids at all for that 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks after that, I think from the 3 to 4 week mark, I'm on sort of mushy foods. So it's like soups and mashed up veggies and shit, so pretty much the same shit I was on when I turned 2. Then I think from the 6 week mark I can start doing soft solids and sort of gradually get my way back into eating real food again. So another setback is hair loss. With these types of surgeries, it's not uncommon to have hair loss, which pisses me off because I've wanted dreads for so long and I finally started growing my hair out. I've got it to a decent length now where I can actually get it dreaded. Then I find out that potentially 3 to 6 months after surgery, hair will likely fall out. So there's ways to minimise this. I've talked to a few people where hair's just come out in clumps, so that's kind of shit. So I think that's just the body. Apparently the hair growth is the last thing the body kind of fixes, and then it's crazy. It's weird. So so the 3 to 6 month mark, it's not unlikely that hair will fall out. But yeah, so I hope everyone's well. I hope that gives you a bit more of an insight on where I'm at and where I'm going over the next coming months. Um, I'm thankful to family, especially my parents. Thankful to Ursh and Baby. I'm thankful to my friends at work, my closer friends at work. And my PT. Yeah, got a PT. He's a bit of a numpty, but he's the man. So, yeah, Chris, he's been training me like a mantis. So, and I do appreciate it because very rarely can you find a PT at a gym that actually isn't a half-wit and is just not there to make a dollar. You know, he actually seems to have a genuine care that I, you know, get through this, and I'm setting myself up for success as far as physically. So he's putting me through the ringer, and every workout I have with him, I feel like I've been flogged, you know. So especially today, I opened my fat mouth today and just said, mate, bored with your workouts. Let's do some circuit training. I'll make it interesting. Yeah, just shut up, Corey. Shut up. He, but I do appreciate it, Chris, and thanks for the efforts you are putting in for me. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a mean Māori mean week, and we'll chat soon. Sure. Ka kite.